Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your reading for the week of November 27th through December 3rd, 2023. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed these videos. Do leave me comments if you would like to tell me how this reading resonated with you. This reading will be for you if you are a Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Ascendant, or any other significant Virgo placement in your chart. This reading may apply to you. It also, even though we are doing this for the week of November 27th through December 3rd, this could be something that applies at another time. If you are drawn to watch this video, then there is a message for you here. I'm going to be using two different decks here. I am using the Cartouche cards. Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche is my go-to Egyptian oracle, and I also clarify my readings with tarot cards, and the tarot cards this week that I'm using are the Tarot Familiars deck. And what I do is I will do an astrological spread. Those of you who've been on my channel before know I do my readings by astrological house. So each astrological house has its own set of attributes. So I interpret the cards in terms of the attributes of that house, and this way we get a complete reading of everything for the week. And then you can you again extrapolate and take what resonates with you, leave the rest. The houses do cover a lot of different areas, and not all of those areas will apply to you. So again, in a general reading, I have to cover them all. So just see what works and what doesn't. So, and again, if for some reason this doesn't resonate with you, and say you're a Virgo Sun, then you may want to look at some of those other aspects, your moon sign, your ascendant, or something like that, and perhaps look at that reading and see if that is closer for you. Okay, so starting at the beginning, we're going to start with Aries energy. And Aries has to do with how your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how you brand yourself, and what you want others to see. Now, we have the twins with the Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot is Cancer energy. The twins often comes up when we are either thinking about others, when our whole demeanor is maybe geared towards helping or working with others, or perhaps, sometimes when people are in relationships that are very close, they reflect the personality of another. So that's also a possibility. With the Chariot, there's a sense of being in control or taking control of something, like driving on, moving ahead. And so I feel like there's this sense of you are feeling in control of yourself, and perhaps therefore are able to branch out right now and to help others, or you're focusing more on others than you are on yourself. I'm also getting into my head with this one that you may need to take control of your own Chariot. You may not want, while it's good to help others, you also, on the other end of the spectrum, don't want to don't let other people define you too much. Okay, that seems to be the other message here. Second house is Taurus. This is to do with your finances and your values. Now we have the World with Ta. So Ta indicates very hard work. This is Capricorn energy. And I feel like this card comes up when we are building something, or we are working hard at something. This could be in a practical, literal sense, because Ta sometimes has to do with physically building stuff. But it could also just mean building your finances, building your nest egg, building, just being very practical and very persistent about the way you approach your finances. But you have it with the World. So the World indicates, first of all, the World indicates an expansion of horizons. So for some people, this could mean, if you're investing, you could be expanding your portfolio or something like that. But the World also has to do with endings. So I don't know, there's something, and endings in the sense of having an accomplishment. So maybe are bills that you're finally paying off, or just some kind of a thing. It could be a job that you're ending, and maybe you're working towards building something new. I don't know, take it as it resonates, but when the World shows up, there's either an ending, there's an ending, and it's usually leading to some kind of an expansion or a new beginning. So, sometimes the World also has to do with dealings that are not local, like, the world, right? It could be another country, it could be another, place that's far away. So take that as it resonates. Third house is Gemini energy. So this has to do with messages that are coming in. This could have to do with siblings. It can have to do with if you have your own business, this could have to do with self-effort. But there's everything connected to Mercury, communication. And again, it's quick communication, it's quick messages. It's not deep thinking, this house. So Yeah, and it could be just some, short trips that may be relevant. Now we have Lotus with the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like, okay, Four of Pentacles indicates hanging on to something. So I don't know whether this has to do with something connected to a business, whether you received a message that's making you perhaps feel, this is often sometimes interpreted as a card of security, but Four of Pentacles I often find shows up when we are kind of trying to hold steady. Like we're not trying to move ahead, we're not sliding backwards, we're not going ahead, we're just trying to hang on to what we've got. And I feel like there's some anxiety around that. So maybe there's some anxiety around either a financial situation or a business situation, or just something else where you feel like you just kind of need to stay put. But when this card comes up, frequently there is a need to let go and to move forward. So I don't know. There's something going on here, either some kind of communication you're receiving or some kind of situation in a business, or maybe even a situation with a sibling, who knows. But this would have to do with this is basically saying you may be insecure right now, and you may be anxious about something that's making you kind of hold on to something very, very tightly. And what I get is that, it may be time, by letting it go, you're going to make space for whatever the new thing is that you need to come in. Fourth house is Cancer energy. So this has to do with your home, your environment, with family, oftentimes with the mother in particular. And yeah, this is interesting. It's the second time I've seen the family card here. You have Horus, which is, Horus has to do with other things, but in the fourth house, I find it may specifically have to do with family situations or family harmony. And you have it with Strength. So there's some kind of a situation where you're keeping your mouth shut. Like there could be some situation where you feel like you have to stay strong for another person, and where maybe you feel it's best, not to express your emotions or feelings, but rather you're sort of kind of holding yourself together and holding back. So there may be some kind of family situation in which you feel like you have to be the strong person. Fifth house is Leo energy. And Leo has to do with creativity. It can have to do with children. It can have to do with love affairs if you're looking for a love affair. And yeah, indeed, we have the Lovers here. So for some people, this could represent a new relationship. With the Sphinx could indicate, well, this didn't go either way. Sphinx could indicate a secret admirer, okay, for somebody. Sphinx can also indicate like a secret love affair. There's something secret about Sphinx. There's something that somebody is not telling you or not showing you. This can also, if it doesn't have anything to do with that or with love, this is a situation either related to a child, a lover, or to some kind of creative venture project or something that you may be doing, where the advice for now might be wait and see, okay? Because Sphinx sometimes is a card of just like, see, you don't have all the information yet, see what new information comes up. But there's kind of this wait and see posture. And the Lovers in that case has more to do with choosing or making a choice. So I feel like it could be that you need to wait, you need to make a choice about something, but you should wait and see. You need to make sure you're making a choice based on all the information about something, and not jumping to conclusions, because there is some missing information here about something related to that house. Or it's just not the time for something, wait for a certain opportunity to come. And while the Lovers can indicate a choice, I find like it can also indicate potentially a partnership or somebody who might be able to help in some fashion. Sixth house, this has to do with this is the Virgo house. This is your energy. So it has to do with health. It has to do with potentially with worry and anxiety, the way in which we pay attention to details with things. It can also have to do with a job. If you happen to have be working a job that you just do for money, or it can have to do with service to others. Sometimes it has to do with pets too, but sixth house covers all of that territory. And with Thoth here, Thoth here indicates there could be a health issue, could be you, could be somebody else. This is definitely has to do with healing or paying attention to one's health. You have it with the High Priestess. So the High Priestess sometimes comes up when there's something, again, there's this idea of something veiled or something that's hidden. Now, this may pertain to you, and this could pertain to somebody around you. Okay, so it doesn't have to be you. And I don't want to say this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a diagnostician. In that terms at all. So, none of this should be taken as any kind of health advice. But I feel like if there's certain things, maybe High Priestess can also mean that Maybe you're having mysterious symptoms, or there's just certain things that you're not sure about, and this would just be advising you that it's probably a good idea to get checked out. I don't see any kind of serious health issues here, other than that maybe, there could be some mysterious things going on that maybe you're thinking like, maybe I should have that checked out. So this is saying that, peace of mind comes with actually having things checked out. And of course, if you are recovering from something, this is actually a very good omen for healing. This just may be indicating that there's still some things to deal with that haven't happened yet. If it doesn't have to do with health, then this seems to indicate perhaps some kind of hidden opportunity or something that's going to be a matter of divine timing. Okay, so this is going to be something that will happen at the appropriate time. Seventh house, this is Libra energy, and this has to do with relationships. These are usually legalized partnerships like marriages, business partnerships, things like that. Any kind of serious partnership or relationship. And if you have a spouse, this potentially could have to do with them as well, or a business partner. Now we have fire with the 10 of Pentacles. So there's a strong family or legacy vibe to this. And fire can indicate strong passions. So for some people, this could be a very passionate relationship that leads to marriage, because I feel like 10 of Pentacles is definitely a marriage card. It has to do with family and settling down and financial security. If this has to do with a business partnership, this could be an inspiration or idea, either from you or your partner, that could lead to some really great financial gains. Or again, if it's your spouse, it could pertain to them as well. So take that as it resonates, but that's actually a very good omen for being able to establish something that's lasting, because fire also has to do with that which lasts. So if there's been any doubt about a relationship, this is probably telling you that this is something that would be lasting. Eighth house has to do with transformation, and also potentially with other people's money. Now we have air with the King of Cups. So again, there's this idea here of holding back emotionally. I'm seeing strength in the fourth house, and up here I'm seeing the King of Cups. Now, this could potentially have to do with a particular person. Sometimes it's a water sign person, because cups are water, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But there's definitely this sense of something to do with emotions or feelings, potentially, or somebody who's hiding emotions or feelings. But you have air here. So air in the eighth house to me indicates messages that are coming in. They could be messages that are coming in intuitively from your inner voice. If you're inclined to think that you have spirit guides or believe in spirit guides, then this could be your spirit guides, okay? But there's some kind of messages that come in the eighth house, because this is a house that has to do with things that are on the macro level rather than the micro level, right? And I don't know. I feel like there may be a need to control emotions, or there may be a need to pay attention to feelings here, because I feel like there's changes coming, and I think if you try to overthink about them or think about them too hard, you may not be getting the message, or you may not be flowing with whatever the particular changes that you need to make. And for some of you, this potentially could be a significant person, male or female, that would be important. So again, take it as it resonates. Ninth house is Sagittarius energy. This has to do with expansion. So long distance travel, higher education, going back to school in all ways, or however you choose to expand your education. If you have somebody who's in school right now, this could apply to them. If you are somebody who works for an educational institution or for a religious institution, or some kind of institution that deals with deeper thought or with values or beliefs, that this could apply to you. Now we have Scarab with the Empress. So this definitely indicates a new beginning. This indicates planting new seeds. Empress is strong Taurus energy, but it's also about abundance. So for some of you, this could be suggesting that if you're not in school, like maybe going back to school or expanding your knowledge in some way, will lay the seeds for some kind of prosperity or abundance. I think it can also indicate that a trip or a journey may bring about a similar new beginning. But either way, whatever you choose to do, whether you're traveling or not, whether you're in school or not, there's definitely the sense of expanding your horizons is going to lay the groundwork for some future abundance. So any changes you're contemplating there are probably worth it. Okay, Capricorn energy is in the 10th house, and that has to do with your career, your reputation, your fame. Now we have Pyramid with the 8 of Wands. So this indicates a test situation for somebody. You maybe feel like you're being tested. There may be something that you're waiting for a result, and it just seems like it's a long time coming. But with the 8 of Wands, again, there's this idea of messages that are coming in very quickly. Now, if I look down at the message house here, again, I see this 4 of Pentacles along with Lotus. So I don't know. The test could be that there's something connected to money or to reputation, or sorry, to career or reputation, or some way in which you are seen by others, where maybe you feel tested, maybe you feel like you need to stay the course and not make certain changes. But you have the 8 of Wands, which indicates change is going to be coming in fast. Messages are coming in fast here. So I feel like there's going to be a case where there's going to be a lot of change happening all at once, and you may be feeling tested. Like this is like almost like an initiation. Like, okay, I've got to, think on my feet, and I've got to deal with this. But ultimately, Pyramid indicates that you will come out of that test all right in the end. But it's just it may be a little hairy for a short period of time. 11th house is Aquarius energy. So this has to do with friendships, your networks, whether they be business networks or other social networks, and also with your hopes, wishes, and goals. So you've got water with the Knave of Wands or the Page of Wands. And yeah, that to me indicates, new projects, new ideas. There's new energy, messages coming in again. And water indicates movement or change. So frequently in this house, it can indicate that a current hope or a wish could be replaced with another one. It can also indicate new friendships, new people coming in, perhaps people who you meet at a place across water or near water. That's also possible. But definitely there's this sense of change and something new coming in. Again, messages from friends, messages from somebody in your network that is going to make some kind of a change for you, or perhaps move a situation that has been stagnant. And finally, we have the 12th house, which is Pisces energy, and this has to do with what's hidden, what you don't show to other people, potentially what you're afraid of, or maybe what you're thinking of. 12th house has a lot to do with imagination. It's Pisces, it's Neptune, but we may have doubts because there's a lot of confusion associated with this house. Yeah, and you have the 8 of Swords. So there's definitely the sense that you are getting stuck in a pattern of overthinking something, okay? There's something that you are, whether you're doing it consciously or not, you may not think that you are. I mean, you may think you're just holding steady here, but this says to me that you may be mentally getting yourself stuck, seeing only one way to do things. And the Buckle of Ice definitely is a sense of getting rid of something or throwing something out or changing a way of thinking to open up that door. Because this is saying something that you get rid of, and maybe something you're scared to get rid of or reluctant to get rid of, or, again, back to this, reluctant change. I feel like getting rid of it or letting something go or opening up is going to yield a good result. I mean, Buckle of Ice is here, and then I have the Empress over here in the House of Expansion. Yeah, you definitely have the opportunity to think about something differently or do something different here. So, you want to get unstuck. Am I saying this correctly? Get unstuck from whatever your current way of thinking is, because it seems to me you may be thinking yourself into a corner about something, and and the what ifs that you may be contemplating are just that. They may be what ifs and may never become actual reality. Yeah, and overall here we have Seth. So Seth indicates that you are stressed, that maybe you feel like you're having obstacles right now. And yeah, back to Osiris, the sense of needing to, hold steady, like I'm seeing strength here, the 4 of Pentacles here, even the Ta energy here. There's definitely this strong energy. You have Sphinx of, don't move ahead until, we know everything. There's definitely this sense of trying to just maintain the status quo, stay the course, stay strong, appear strong, as we have with the Chariot here, although there may be other people influencing us here. And the card that goes with it is the Devil. So the Devil indicates to me, yeah, again, there's this being stuck in toxic patterns or toxic ways of thinking about something. So this to me says, it goes right with the 8 of Swords, with the Buckle of Isis, with a lot of these other cards. It's saying You need to break away from past patterns, past things that maybe seem familiar or comfortable, but perhaps are turning toxic for you now. So yeah, definitely there's a strong energy here of letting go, of looking at things in a new way. And because the more that you open up here, the more possibilities that you will have, the more that you let go of old ideas and beliefs and open yourself up to new ones, the more that stagnant situations will flow, and the things that you really would like to achieve, new ideas, movement, change, that will come to you. So that's it for me for this week, Leo. I hope that this reading was helpful. Please do remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.